This is the Rough Country Off-Road Hard Roll-Up tonneau cover, available for all 2015 and newer F-150s, equipped with a 5.5-foot bed. Now you should be checking out the Rough Country option here for your F-150 if you want the security and protection of a hard cover, you really dig the roll-up style or operation, and would ultimately like to keep things as budget-friendly as possible when compared to other options here in the category. Now the Rough Country option will land around that mid to high $800 price point, and will also be backed by a pretty stout 5-year warranty. All right, so let's dive into the features here of the Rough Country option, and this guy is going to offer the security, build quality, I would say, and roll-up design or operation of other more popular covers here on the site, or maybe bigger brand name options, but for hundreds less than some of those bigger brand names that we just talked about. This also still gets backed by a pretty stout 5-year warranty to boot. So lots to like here with this particular cover, but let's dive into some of those features. And again, security is going to be paramount here. This cover is going to be really hard to beat, as the aluminum panel design will offer the protection from both the elements, but of course from wannabe thieves, and that's not necessarily possible when you're talking about those more affordable soft vinyl covers that, let's face it, can easily be defeated with a knife. Second big feature I really like with the Rough Country is going to be that rolling design or operation, which to me has quickly become one of the top styles here in the category, along with those old school trifolds, which I still love, and of course you got the retractable options as well, which, by the way, if you're not a fan of the rolling design for whatever reason, you want to stick with the tried and true flips, Rough Country does offer those. They are also affordable, and you can still find those here on the site as well. But getting back to the rolling option here, extremely easy to operate, and that's one big thing I think a lot of owners who might be getting up there in age, maybe losing a little bit of strength. I'm not judging, but the reality is those trifold covers can be a little hard to kind of flip those panels out of the way. Not the case here. You simply roll this thing out of the way. Maybe the second easiest cover to operate alongside those retractable covers, which slide into that canister. Now, the one good thing that a rolling cover has like this that you can't say about a retractable is access to your full bed space. That's not possible with those retractables, as those things live in a canister that take up, I would say, a good foot, if not more, of your total bed space. So this is gonna give you unparalleled access to your entire bed, and on top of that, it's not gonna block the rear window visibility like a trifold would. So there's a lot of good things going for these rolling covers. I get why they're so popular, because again, they do give you a really nice look, they give you that security you want, and it does give you all of your bed space when you need it most. Now, moving into construction, and as we mentioned in our features block, this Rough Country cover will be packing that durable aluminum build throughout, including the panel itself here, of course, but also the extruded aircraft grade aluminum rails in which the cover will actually ride on. Now, if we bring our attention back to the main cover itself here, you'll notice the aluminum panel design is going to be given kind of a matte or satin black finish. It is a weather resistant coating to keep things looking good for many years to come. Now, one thing I do really like here about this particular cover is the fact that the aluminum is unfinished in regards to it doesn't have a vinyl coating on top. Options like the Revolver, for instance, very nice bed cover, but it does have a vinyl material, which over the time maybe can look a little bit rough. It could cut, tear, whatever. So you don't have to worry about that here with the Rough Country option. Another cool thing to point out is the fact that this cover can hold up to 600 pounds of evenly distributed weight. So it is something to note here. If you use your rig for overlanding, you got a bed top tent, something like that, this is certainly going to be able to withstand some added weight and abuse. Now, finally, guys, Rough Country does include, again, all of the drain system to keep the bed nice and dry for you. They do also include the rails, as we mentioned, for a clamp-on design. Very easy to install. We'll show you that here in a little bit, but everything is complete and, again, is backed by a 5-year warranty. Now, moving into price point, and the Rough Country option is gonna land you in that mid to high $800 range, which, yes, is still a good amount of money, but you have to keep in mind some of the bigger brand name options that we mentioned earlier are gonna cost you hundreds more compared to this option. So again, if you're looking for the hardcover, the rolling design, aluminum, all that good stuff, but you don't wanna spend north of $1,000 bucks, the Rough Country option is certainly one to consider. Last but not least, let's talk about the install. And again, for the most part, this is gonna be a simple bolt-on job with no crazy modification needed or anything like that. Because of that, the site's gonna stick with a solid 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, taking you, I would say, at least 30 to 45 minutes to complete from start to finish. Now, to give you a better idea of how this one might go down in the garage or driveway, let's throw it out to the shop for our detailed walkthrough and tool breakdown.
For this install, you need a ratchet, a 17mm socket, and a pair of scissors. Today we're going to be installing a tonneau cover on our F-150. Let's get into it. First, you want to grab the weather stripping provided in the kit, peel off the back. You want to stick it on the front of the bed, like this. You can tear it off where you need to. Right about there is good. And just peel off the rest of the backing. Just pat it down. After that, you want to take a pair of scissors, grab this piece of plastic tube. You want to make a little cut on the top. I'd say about a centimeter, half an inch, not too much. Once you've made that cut, you can slide it over this part on the railing so it'll fit over. One thing I would like to mention, you'll notice that there are 2 grommets on the front of the bed on the bottom, and you do need to cut a hole the size of these hoses to direct them out. I'm not going to be doing that in this video because we don't like to permanently modify our vehicles here, but that's something you need to do at home. After that, we're going to put on our railing, place it right here. You want to push it all the way back, and you want to get your brackets. You're going to have 2 per side. We're going to tighten it down with a 17mm socket and a ratchet. You want to loosen it as much as you can while there's still threads on the nut. You're going to stick it in the side rail like this. Then there's a little side groove on the railing that this bracket will go into. Then we can tighten it down. Same thing with this one. Now that you've installed this side railing and done all these steps, repeat the same process on the other side. After that, you're going to grab screws that look like this in the kit. You want to slide them in this hole on the tonneau cover. Next, we want to line up these bolts with those holes down there. So we're going to pick up our tonneau cover. We're going to place it on the bed of our truck. You're going to want to roll it all the way out. Might make that process a little bit easier. So you just want to make sure that those bolts that you put in line up. After that, you're going to take your nuts and your strap. We're going to line it up in this hole right here. Now that you have this tightened down, do the same process on the other side. Next, you're going to roll over the tonneau cover all the way out. And if it's all nice and lined up, which it is, you can close your tailgate.
That's gonna wrap up our review and install for the Rough Country Off-Road Hard Roll-Up Tonneau cover for 2015 and newer F-150s with 5.5 foot long beds. Remember, for all things F-150, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.